Welcome back to comics, to Hot Comics TV. All right, let's look at Moebius, Arzach, and the Garage Hermitech. So let's just give you a spiel about Jean Giraud Moebius. He is the master who was from France. Sadly, we lost him a few years ago. Moebius was I guess he's one of the most important commercial cartoonists and comic book creators of his generation, as much of many years to come of all the work that he produced. And he came from originally from the magazine Pilot, and with a bunch of those creators that work on that magazine Pilot while he was doing westerns, and he was doing a lot of material there because he was a western, like a spaghetti western, if you want to say it. Well, it was a French western, I guess. The Adventures of Captain Blueberry, or Sergeant Blueberry, or Blueberry. And he started doing his side projects, like what do you call it, science fiction stories. But before we jump to that, he was the one who, with other three creators like Droulet and I can't remember the other two gentlemen, they created the internationally acclaimed and well-known La Méthode Orlan. Now, La Méthode Orlan is the precursor, the genesis of the heavy metal magazine that was published by the National Lampoon. And this cover was one of the covers that was published on the heavy metal magazine, or one of the early ones. And stories like Le Garage Hermitech, or the Hermetic, or the Airtight Garage, that's what it means. They published these in tiny little short stories, which were originally done for the Méthode Orlan. And all of this got translated to English later on. So this is the Humanoids Association. That's I think the publisher. And the Humanoids, they did a bunch of English translations on trade paperbacks for the English market. So Jean Giraud is a cornerstone. He's one of the crowning jewels of artists that have graced this earth and gave us one of the best science fiction material out there. It's all fun, but what you have to see is that what he's unpacking on this is the same. He makes it look simple, but he is very quick and good at what he's doing here with mechanical pen, as he's laboring quickly with this. Alejandro Jodorowsky mentioned that on the documentary of Dune, that he would be giving him tasks to do the storyboards, and he'd be just unpacking, going shoo 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 shoo. Like Jodorowsky is very animated. So this is Arzach. He keeps on misspelling. Oops, Arzach with a spit. Arzach. He keeps on spelling these things with Z, H, K. I don't know. What has to be said about Jean Giraud Moebius? His pen name was Moebius for the science fiction line of things. Is that he is bringing absolute master illustration skills in this that had not been brought onto the table. I guess that's the one of the biggest innovations and values that he brings onto the table. And the way that he's doing this coloring, I don't know if this was applied directly to the actual material, to the original, or he was doing a color separation process later on. But I dare to say that he was doing this directly, because it's just, I don't know. We got wet media there, and then we got acrylics is building up the rock with beautiful. Everything that we see in this book, it could be like reproduced as a print on its own. So I bought this. This is all in French because it's a hardcover to begin with, and I bought it out of necessity because of the fact that it's very hardly available in English. all the English copies that were published by Epic or whatever other publications that would have been printed, it would have been, or even the heavy metals, they're very expensive on hard, and the shipping and all of those costs. So this was a very well packaged book for someone like me that didn't have the originals, and yeah, it's a nice collection. The paper's semi-glossy. It's really thick stock paper and reproduces really well. Believe me, even with the glare that you might see on the like through the lens of the camera, like you'll be able to see that this is good quality. So it's he's masterfully doing this with the pen and ink, beautifully done. And if we're going to talk about the story, it's almost like gag comics at the end, because his MO, his modus operandi is he's like a peeping Tom. Maybe he needs a girlfriend. He sees this woman getting dressed, and then there's a man. I don't know. There's another dude out there. He's sort of shouting at him, and what he does is he just easily gets him out of the building where that woman's changing. Now, in this world, it's a bizarre world, because everybody, these groups of people, these green people, it's just sort of like hanging out at this bizarre, like there's a mall of people there. It's like they're in the Grand Canyon or something. Obviously, this is not Earth, but just putting that into context. And he drops this dude at this gigantic dinosaur bone, this graveyard. And the bird, the Arzach bird, the pterodactyl bird. It's quite amazing. He ties him up. He just leaves him there hanging. He goes back to where the woman was dressing. She looks like this. I love it. I love this so much. This is so funny. And look, his mental. He lost the plot. Arzach. The K now. But as you can sort of see, this is beautiful. I mean, look at this. The typography. He knows how to play with all of that element. Sometimes when I see these type of worlds that he's building, you feel the similarities that come across with Sam Keith with the Max and the Outback on those comics. I feel like, yeah, there's this wild world out there. So good. So there's a few of these dudes, of the Arzach dudes, that are flying around. It's not just the one dude. And this other one gets caught there with this like carnivorous plant. And he's gonna feed his bird, his pterodactyl, to give him more strength. I don't know what's going on. Beautifully done. Look at the details. I was playing with the panel structure. It's well done. Beautifully done. The colors are so warm as well, like warmer colors. That's the color palette that he's always using. European comics tend to do things a little bit different to the American counterpart. Comes across with this gigantic monkey. This is an iconic panel. They turned this into the cover for a lot of the other issues. It just tricks him off. I love this panel too. Look at all the dashing. I mean, the quantity of pen craftsmanship that goes into this is just amazing. And he's labored hard on this panel. I mean, he's gone from here. What an idea to do this type of plan, and then just, oh my god, by the time he gets to the end, just amazing. Just amazing. So he tricks the monkey. The monkey's on the ledge. He has his afternoon tea or lunch, maybe. Sunset goes down. He's still resting there, and the monkey falls down. So that I mean, they're god comics. Come on, people. Arzach with a K. How's he's conveying depth with just a little line of silhouette? It's beautiful. And the success of the Arzach series is that he's got no dialogue. He's not bothering with that, and this is why it's so easy to digest. Because it's almost like what you see when you see manga. All the action is just coming one panel after the next. So they're page turners, you know. Again, the green dudes. So I don't know, like these dudes. So he's driving right in this futuristic, vintage-like car, like a T model that's been, you know, got different technology inside, not a T model car. And he's just coming to this compound and it looks like a pyramid. Look at the coloring. Oh my god, it's so good. So he comes down to this area where these dudes are sort of hanging out. And this is crazy how he does this. Oh my god. Just kicks him in the back. You feel the weight of that kick. Look at this guy's face, how he's coping with the pain. Amazing, just amazing. The color palette, the contrast of the colors as well. So clever. Now he's attracting attention from these other guys. He's into this engine room. This was published in the early 80s, and look at the technology he's bringing onto the table, like the things that he's envisioning, like widescreen monitors of sorts. And meantime, Arzach, that dude that flies around with the flying pterodactyl, the pterodactyl's out. This guy starts to fiddle around with the engine, and he fixed the pterodactyl from remote control. So that's what's happening here. But look how expressive this is after he's been pacing around. He goes, "Oh, it's working! He's working again." So I don't know what Jean Giraud was thinking that day, but these are biomechanical. Gets back on his car, the technician, the mechanic, and goes somewhere else, maybe to fix another one of these things. Arzach. Oh my god. With a KC. Just the way that he's elaborating his typography is amazing. Jean Giraud. You will be remembered forever for your amazing work that you did. Again, his Emma is concerned on a girl. So I don't know what's happening on these panels where he's just having a conversation with someone else there. It's so beautifully done. Here's like a conflict happening. I don't know what's happening. It's like a whole army with dinosaur monster things. People riding them. This is a very iconic panel. Spread, I mean. Beautiful illustration. Made it onto the heavy metal. It's one of the covers. And also on the Metal Orlan. Beautiful. Just beautiful. It's Arzach. On a sauna, maybe. Arzach. Alright, so that's pretty much that. This is Le Garage Hermitech. Maybe we'll revisit this in another time. because then this will be too long. We'll go through it very quickly. How about that? And if everybody wants to see these later on, leave me a comment about it. All right, so the Airtight Garage. These were short stories that were published on the Metal Orlon, as well as they were English translated on the Heavy Metal. Those were the very early translations. And I don't know, there was a collection by Marvel Presents or Epic or something that now goes for an extremely amount of money now, which is the adventures or the stories of the men from the Siguri or Jerry Cornelius. So yeah, anyway, let's go through these quickly. Beautifully crafted. He's using reference for that one. I think that's Patti Smith. And I could be wrong. That could be Burt Lancaster with another actress. He's taking from photos from films and whatnot. But beautifully done. Like, I never hear people talking about the craftsmanship that Jean Giraud brings in. Let's zoom in into this. Look at the detail of that. It's beautiful. So this is the Major Fatal, or the man from the Siguri. I think in the comic book they call him the man of the Siguri. This French collection's got literally the whole run. Look at the title card. Beautifully done. Now, Jerry Cornelius, I'm going to talk quickly about this. Jerry Cornelius is quite a weird character. I think he comes from like a book. I don't know where, or is based on a character of a book. I can't really remember, because it's got always like this sort of duality. You don't know if it's a girl or a boy, and that's what happens across that. Very innovative for its time. How he's going from this to this, wow. I'm always shocked at the beautiful cartooning that he's doing, but he's giving it so much weight by doing the shadows. That's what sells this drawing so well. Again, my God, it's so beautifully done. He makes movement, and you can sort of see that the light is beaming down. It's reflecting up by him doing the shadow at the top and conveying weight on one side. So difficult to do that, but I'm pretty sure he's using a reference for all of that. Beautiful work. Again, it's almost something out of the Spirit. I think Epic or Marvel ended up printing these ones in color. Look at this. Oh my God. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Just amazing. Just outstanding. See, this is when Jerry Cornelius turns out to be a girl. At all that time, you think that's a boy. Beautiful work. Look at these. He's inverting the panel. So cleverly done. Outstanding. Outstanding. This is at a perfect scale as well. You get to appreciate and absorb and like, you know, take in all the artwork. Okay, so these are probably the comments about the colorist and how they went about this one. Rouge, so they're using this red, orange, bleu, violet, vert. Magnifique. Yeah, Patti Smith, that's right. Ah, it was Gary Cooper. Sorry, I thought it was Burt Lancaster, but it's Gary Cooper. See, people, all the best. I say this to nauseam. Use reference. Who will elevate your cartooning. Beautiful. It's a beautiful collection. Anyway, there it is. Arzach and Le Garage Hermétique by Moebius, by the master, the legendary artist from the Le Metal Orlon and heavy metal comics and many other things. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and all those good things. And until next time, have a lovely day. Bye bye.